What's up, guys? In this video, I've got some free picks for you in college baseball for Sunday. Man, this tournament is awesome. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm all in on college sports. I might get into college basketball. I'm for sure all in on college football. Y'all know that. That's been known. And I'm going to be all in on college baseball next year. I'm really over chasing the hype. I'm over, the Pacers and Knicks. That's what everybody's doing. And guess what, guys? Everybody's losing. The people that are winning, they're handicapping minor league baseball. I saw lines for AA baseball, the Texas League. I grew up in San Antonio Missions. They were in the Texas League for a long time. I used to go to the game, and I would run after the foul balls. They'd say Texas League on them. Anyways, the fact you can bet on that's crazy. But imagine if you just sat down and you just got interested in what nobody else was interested in. It's almost like what I do, where I sat down in 2019 and I got interested in TikTok. I got interested in the algorithm. I was looking at TikTok like it was a game, and the other people on there were just scrolling like zombies. And then 90% of people were like, TikTok's for little kids. It's for people dancing. I made millions off TikTok. TikTok made me a millionaire. So when you can get interested in things that nobody else is interested in, not always, it depends on the thing, right? But sometimes that's where the riches are. The riches are in the niches. It's the greatest saying of all time, and it's so true. I don't understand why people don't know it. Like, they don't live by it. I guess they've heard it and they probably know it, but they don't live by it. Why aren't you trying to get rich? There's so many ways to get rich in 2025. Come on. UFC, significant strikes. That's one way to get rich. We are on fire. I told you guys last week, I said, hey man, I'm going to take y'all under my wing. I'm going to help you out. We're going to win. And I did just that. Now, I didn't do it the way that I had planned. I will tell you guys this. If you hopped on that Saturday pass and you text me, first off, text me again today. Let me know your name. Let me know where you're from. I'm going to save your number. So if you're watching this, send another text message. Say, hey, Cody, I was watching the YouTube video today. This is my name. Tell me how old you are, where you're from, what you do for work. Give me a little background so I know who I'm talking to, okay? And anyways, people hit me up. I put you on the VIP for Saturday. And what we were doing is we were taking two fighters in the same fight, significant strikes under. That was the magic formula. Now, DraftKings, to stop that, they only allowed you to take one fighter under. So we picked two fights, the opening fight and the main event. The main event got canceled, but the opening fight went exactly how we predicted. Both fighters went over. It was just a 15-minute boxing match, and it was awesome. It was easy money for us. Nice little correlated over there. Most of the time, I like taking the unders. So the fact that they stopped us from being able to do that, it's definitely going to take some wind out of our sails, okay? It's not as sweet as it was a couple weeks ago. I still think I can pick my spots with UFC because I went 3 for 4 on a 5-man. The fifth one got canceled. That fifth one would have hit easy, by the way. That was my most confident pick on the card. But we missed by 1. Then we went 3 for 3 on a 6-banger. So we got 6 units back for that. And then we went 2 for 3 because the main event got canceled on another 6-banger. That got pushed down to a 3x payout. So altogether, we brought back 6 plus 3. And then we got 2.5 on DraftKings because their 2-mans count for 2.5 on the correlated play. So we ended up getting 11.5 units back. And I think we had two or three losers. So we lost 2 or 3 units on the losing picks. Not a big deal because we won so much. UFC's on fire. It will continue to be on fire. The system that I had in place, it got taken away. But I can still handicap. I can still do research. And I can still just predict the winner the old school way without having a massive unfair advantage, okay? My research is now our massive unfair advantage, my knowledge of the sport. And guess what? I'm going to UFC this weekend. I'm going to the Sean O'Malley fight in New Jersey. I'm going to go get some good food. I'm going to go to the fights. Hopefully I'll see Sean O'Malley win the belt. But ultimately, that's one that I'm not going to really bet on. That's just one I'm watching to root for. And there'll be random fights throughout the card that will have value in. So speaking of watching things and not betting on it, when have you ever seen me watch games and not bet on it? Well, never. I always bet on games to watch them, and that's what gets me pumped. But I will tell you, watching college baseball, watching the NHL playoffs as well, NHL playoffs and college baseball, the passion that these players play with is so fun to watch, I don't even have to gamble on it. I'm going to watch the NHL Stanley Cup Finals, and I'm not even going to gamble on it. It's such a compelling thing when you have a group of men, or in college, these young men especially, where they just want to win a championship so bad. They're doing anything they can. UTSA Texas last night. UTSA won as an underdog, by the way. I told y'all they had a chance. I didn't bet on it, though, so I can't brag about it. But I was rooting for them. That's where I went to school for quite a while before I dropped out. UTSA, their best hitter, the guy that's on fire, he dropped down a bunt to push what was the, no, it wasn't the winning run. It was the insurance run. But it was a big deal to get that second run. And I'm like, man, it's crazy. You never see a guy that's a great hitter, a young guy like that. You never see him just go out and just bunt with 2 outs on his own. He was bunting for a hit, and it was an amazing bunt, dude. He just pushed it right past the pitcher in no man's land. The second baseman had to run and pick it up. And it's cool, dude. It's cool. It's just like, it's awesome to watch meaningful baseball. And you don't get that. Even in the World Series, the Dodgers and the Yankees, you think Juan Soto gives a fuck? Juan Soto doesn't give a fuck, dude. He'll go to whatever team pays him the most amount of money. He'll do whatever he wants. He's got $300 million. He basically won the lottery 3 different times, depending on what lottery you're talking about. May have won some of them 10 times. It's just, I wish that we never went down the path of paying athletes hundreds of millions of dollars. Of course, they're selling out stadiums. They deserve to be rich. But man, $400 million, it just ruins the whole sport because you make them so rich, they don't care. I remember when I was in college, we did intramurals, and I cared so much about it. I was just a broke college student. All I had to look forward to all week was my flag football game. So I'd try really hard. I'd have a ton of fun. We'd compete really hard. Could you imagine putting billionaires out there, putting out people that their net worth's over 100 million? They wouldn't care. They wouldn't care about some sport game. That's basically what we've done with pro sports. So anyways, college baseball is freaking awesome. It is so fun to watch. I'm all in on it next year. And the value, I looked up for fun, because you guys know about the Washington bet. I almost had a $500,000 win, and it's haunted me since, but I'm still chasing it. I'm gonna get my $1 million win. I look at college football, and I'm like, dude, the transfer portal era, it's gonna be Ohio State or Texas next year. Maybe Clemson, okay? Those are the 3 schools that really have a chance. Well, they're all like 5-1, 4-1. You're not getting any money out of that. With baseball, I looked it up. Ole Miss was, I think they were like 65-1. It was something insane. Ole Miss won in 2022. They were a massive betting underdog. It's crazy. It's crazy the value you can get on some of these teams. So as far as long shot futures go, college baseball is where that's at. College baseball is where that's at all day, dude. And if you become an expert in it, you'll become one of maybe 5 people that are an expert in college baseball. Because the only people that are experts are people that really just watch their team. But as a sports betting expert, where you know all the teams, dude, it's fun stuff. I'm ready to get into it. But anyways, for today, I'm going to go work out. Then I'm going to watch college baseball all day. Your first pick's going to be Ole Miss on the money line. Then we're going to go Vanderbilt on the money line parlayed with Oklahoma State over 11.5 runs. Okay, so Oklahoma State is playing Georgia. That's in Athens. And then the last pick is going to be Clemson on the money line. So Ole Miss on the money line, that's just a straight bet by itself. Clemson on the money line, just a straight bet by itself. And then we're going to parlay Vanderbilt with the over in the Oklahoma State-Georgia game. Now, I went on such a long rant, I almost forgot my picks because this is a 10-minute video. I locked them in right before I clicked record. But yeah, that's what I'm rolling with today. It's nothing too serious. Like I said, guys, I'm really just getting familiar with how this all works. The tournament format, it's super fun. The regionals, the super regionals, Omaha. A lot of people don't even know how the format works. But those games last night were awesome. Today, the teams that lost last night have to win back-to-back today to force a final game on Monday. It's just great. It's going to be fun. I'm pumped for the Texas UTSA rematch. They're going to have to run it back tonight, assuming Texas can take care of business today. But yeah, we're going to become experts in college baseball. I've got a friend that's super deep into it. I've got a group chat. I think we can get some of the boys into it. And, the more people that we get deeply into college baseball, the better. And, we mastered college football. We're going to make a fortune in college football. So the way I envision kind of this next year going is we're going to crush UFC throughout the summer. We got to be selective. We got to wait for our Saturdays. Saturday is payday with UFC. Then August gets here. Preseason football is probably some of the best stuff you'll ever find. I just crush it because I know how to predict quarterback usage, which is everything in the preseason when you're betting player props. Then regular season football, of course, is going to be awesome. Then once that winds down, we might go into college basketball, but I think more realistically, we'll transition from football to college baseball. And then in the summer, we'll be back here again this time of year next year. This time of year next year, hopefully we have some crazy futures bets on college baseball teams. And, dude, I'm just pumped, man. Life is good. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. I know I'm not uploading every day. I just don't want to force it. I don't want to give you some bullshit MLB pick. MLB's dead, bro. There's no need to mess with MLB unless you've got a correlated system, which we have a little bit of that on Dabble, but man, I'm over it. I'm waiting until Saturday. Saturday's payday, and then in August we're going to do our thing. I'm doing a lot of research for college football, doing a lot of fantasy football, basketball drafts. But yeah, shoot me a text message, boys. I'll talk to you on the phone. I won't talk to you over the phone, but I'll text you on the phone, and I'll text you guys throughout the day. It's good to see everybody here. Thank you for watching. Have a good day, everybody. Good luck with all your bets.